another big song that you did, but this one I know that there's two different versions. The Wicked Dicky. I know that you recorded. You recorded as a solo, and Buju recorded as a solo, and then one day it just showed up as two of them in one. What happened with that song?
Oh, honey child, that's a story in itself. I had no idea that happened, none whatsoever. I think I went to England, and that's when I found out me and a man nearly trace in our record store. Nearly trace, my youth. Come here, run down the man and tell the man, say, I have no song with Buju. And the man I said, my girl, you have a song with Buju. And I'm like, I have no song with Buju. That time I stush up. Man say, I have a song with me. I say, I have no song with Buju, boss. I have no song with Buju, yo. And the man said, hear your song. And he just played. I heard, ooh, ooh, ooh. And that's song at number one, because me look on the chart. The man says, see, number one song, yeah. NADINE SUTHERLAND and Buju Banton, number one. And that is when I found out when the man played for me. Not that I meant it was number one, but still, it was a way to find out, right?
And that was the first time that you and Buju had any musical connection at that time there?
Yeah, well, I can't say we had a connection because I wasn't in the studio with him, but Buju and I did something together, which I wouldn't mind because, he's amazing.
Penthouse Days. That was crazy there. And because I know another time you and Buju met again was for another song called, what was the song called? I'm going blank here. What was the next song you did with Buju? You guys.
What I'm gonna do if you break my heart, be unsure you would have torn it apart. What I'm gonna do. Yeah, I love that song.
Yes. How did that come up?
I was working with Jermaine, and it just like do a song with Buju, and we did. I got that hook. He gave me the rhythm. I got that hook, and then Buju put on his part. 50-50.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Wow. Big there. Another one that you did, again, this was, I know it was a feature and then it turned into a remix. The gigantic Anything For You with Snow.
Well, it's a funny thing how I have just like, is a part of classic music that have become classics. And that it was Anything For You was a solo with me and Snow, was a duet. And then Karen Mason, who is just this marketing genius, she said, let's do a remix. And we did a remix, and it totally and utterly smashed the place. I don't think anybody expected the enormity of it. I mean, it was so huge. I don't think it was a big pop hit, but it was a huge hit. Like, it just like disseminated the place, and it was awesome.
And how did you guys put together all those acts? Because this is Buju, Beenie, Louie, Kulture.
One take. And it's something that I'm extremely proud of, and I'm always boasting to people about the level of talent. We did a video, and they recorded at the same time. Man write them lyrics right on spot. It was Karen who basically thought of who she wanted to be on it. But just to think how smart these men are, how talented they are, that them on spot. Them just write and were recorded. Amazing. Still is something that amazes me up to this day when I think about it.
Because the only person I really feel sorry for in that song would have been Kulture Knox. Because even on the video, his part just seems to get faded out the quickest when they're playing.
Always does. And his theme part tough, It's all about love. Theme part tough. But unless you have the time to really go down, I really think it's a tragedy, because it's sometimes you say that they play through. I say Kulture Knox, then put him right at the end. But let me tell you, man, he never play with the part there at all. His part, you have to stood up. In part, no part down, it's stand up. Incredible. All of the parts stand up.
Yeah, classic right there. Even how did you connect with Snow in the first place?
Because I was signed to Elektra, and he was signed to Elektra at the same time. So that's what happened. And his song Informer, basically, I think Informer was before Action, was a hit before Action. And he was working on his second album now, and I was working on my first album. And to get me through the gate, they thought it would have been a good idea.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.